I'm the technology coordinator for East Brunswick Public Library. I usually do these classes on site. So this is all new for us. I hope you're doing well this evening, and thank you for supporting East Brunswick Public Library. I trust that if you would like to, you can join right now. You can log into your Gmail account if you have a Gmail account. Do you guys have a Gmail account? One, please sign in to your Gmail account, because this is gonna be better if you do it while I'm doing. So right now, this is my Gmail account. This is my testing account that I use for class, so I don't have any emails. I delete them. If you see my private email, I have too many emails I have. I'm gonna sign out, maybe this will help. I'm gonna sign out my Google. So if you go to any browser, right now I'm using a Chrome browser, but you can use a Safari browser or Firefox or Internet Explorer. And you do Gmail, look for Gmail. You're gonna click on Gmail here, Gmail. I click on Gmail and it's gonna ask me, like I'm gonna remove this one for now. It's gonna ask me for my email. So I already did this. I do this all day long. So I just gonna click my email and it's gonna, hello. Well, somebody joined but doesn't have the audio. So I'm gonna have my email address. I'm gonna click next. I'm gonna have my password saved. Here's where you type your password, and I'm inside my Gmail. Okay, so once you are inside your Gmail, you're gonna see here, this is Compose, is your inbox. This is your mail section of your Google Drive. So when you sign up to Google, when you create a Gmail account, you're gonna get a bunch of perks. You're gonna get all these nice apps. So you're gonna get your email app, which is similar to Outlook. You're gonna get the maps. You're gonna get news, calendar, and so on. We're gonna be talking today about Drive, Hangouts, and Duo, okay? So you get all those perks and you get, I don't know, a lot of size store, cloud storage. So there is a lot of flexibility in this, and this goes with you. So if you go tomorrow to another place, to another house, I know right now not many people are leaving, but for example, you buy a new computer, it gets to your house, and you never sign on to that computer, you can go to the browser and click Gmail and find it there. Once we are allowed to move, you can go to California to visit friends, and you can ask them, oh, can I check my email? And you can check your email there. So this lives in a cloud. It doesn't live in this computer. Any questions about that? So you can access everything that comes with the Google suite anywhere, anytime. You can also access it on your phone. All this app here go on your phone or your tablet, and they're all free. Okay, so here the Gmail is our base, so it's our starting point where we always gonna go. If we have, gonna go to these little dots here. So do you see these dots here? I'm gonna move it here closer. There's this tapestry of dots here. We're gonna click on here, and that's where we're gonna find all the apps that we need. And we're gonna talk, like I said, about Google Drive. So Google Drive is our storage, it's our closet where we hold files. So please click on that if you are following along. And if this is your first time on Google Drive, you're not gonna see all these files. these are my files that I used to teach. You're gonna see maybe welcome to Google Drive or something like that. Otherwise, you'll have some documents here. You're gonna see down here where it says storage on the left. It says I have right now used almost 850 megabytes of storage. I have a total of 15 gigabytes. So I can use for free 15 gigabytes. This is the whole suite. I have 2 Google accounts right now, personal Google account. And after 5 years, I have hit 15 gigabytes. 5 years, almost 5 years. So it takes a while for you to get to that point. So it's plenty of storage. So if you want to create a document, if you want to, so this, let me back up a little bit. Google Drive is like an old CD-ROM, like an old thumb drive or a floppy disk, so you remember floppy disk. So, but it travels with you. It lives in the cloud. It's available everywhere. It's available, it goes with you. You can download this app to your tablet or your phone and carry with you. So this lives with you, travels with you. You can also download it on your computer or your phone. And when you're working offline, for example, like again, when we can't fly again, we can go off Wi-Fi, work on a document, and while it's in Google Drive, it's gonna stay there. And as soon as we have internet, it's gonna sync with the cloud, and we always gonna have the latest version. Okay, any questions about that? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. So right now, we're gonna put a document on this drive. So we're gonna go here to where it says new. Right here it says new. So you're gonna go here to plus new. You're gonna click 5 upload and go ahead and choose, I can see your screen, you can see mine. Choose a file. It could be a Microsoft Word file, like I have here, the OCX, that's a Microsoft Word file. You can choose, I have some movies here, you can choose to do those too. But anything that you have available, it could be a picture. So I can choose any of these pictures that I have here. So just for now, just choose anything you want. So I'm gonna choose this file says Word 1 first letter DOCX, which is a Microsoft Word file. So I click on it and I'm gonna click open, and I have a Mac. So your computer might say something different, but you're gonna find something very similar. Okay, and then you're gonna see here on the corner, the confirmation that that file has been added to your drive. If it's a larger file, it's gonna take longer, and it will tell you it's gonna take 2 seconds or 5 seconds. So any questions so far? No questions? Pretty easy? Okay, so now we're gonna see what happens. So I'm gonna refresh my drive so I can find the file I just loaded. So I can scroll down and find it right here at 646, right here. Or I can go here on the left where it says recent. And I'm gonna find the files I work on today. So it says today, yesterday. So I can either find it recent like that, recent, or I can go to my drive and I'm gonna have to go down. If you have a lot of files like me, you have to scroll down a little bit until you find the one that you just uploaded. Where did it go? My work letter, there it is. Okay, so right now, this file is a docx. So this is not a Google file, it's a Microsoft Word file. So I'm gonna open it. And this is the viewer. Google has a viewer for files that are not Google files. So you can open almost anything to view on Google. So this is excellent because any file, almost any file in the world, you can see it. You can see what it is, and you don't have to have a Microsoft Word suite. You don't have to have the specific software that opened that file. You can see a preview on Google. Okay, so if you want to get out of here, you go back there, and there it is. Okay, so if it's in Word, I would like to change it, right? So what's the use if I can't change it? I can only view it right now. So I'm gonna try to edit. So this is where I'm gonna change the file into a Google file. So I'm gonna open it, and Google is giving me a suggestion, Google Docs. There are other suggestions, but right now, this is the best one for me. So I open it with Google Docs, and there it is. Now it's an edit tool. I can edit it. I can still write on it. I can put here April 9th, 2020. And I can fix it here. And maybe I can change this to uppercase. Line spaces. I forgot where that is. But I have to do text. There it is, superscript. So there it is. So I can write here, dear Mr. Smith, and I can write a letter and keep writing a letter. And this is very similar to what you're used to as a Word editor, right? So it's all great. So any questions so far? No questions? Okay. So now, how do we save this file? Well, we don't save in Google because everything it gets saved immediately. So as you see here, you can see all changes saved. And I want you to look at this while I'll type. So I'm gonna change this and see what is going on. You see what is going on is saving. So while I'm right, Google is communicating with the server and is saving this document. So you don't need to save it. It's saved. When I close this file, it's gonna be saved. I don't have to go here, save as. I don't have to click save, it's already saved. And then if I close it here, and I find that, I go here to my files. And remember, you have to get your drive updated. So it always pulls the latest information. I'm gonna find the file I just found. So I'm gonna click on this file and I'm gonna see I have the latest changes. So these are the ones I just changed. And if you click here, it's gonna tell you when was edited. So I'm gonna stop right here. And if you have any questions, this is usually the part where people have questions. So have you guys done this before? If you go, we go back here to our drive. I'm always updating my drive, so it has the latest information so I can see it. So I'm gonna go here where it says recent. And you can see this is the file I just updated, and it's still retaining the docx extension file. So this means it's still a Microsoft Word document, which is great. So I'm gonna open it, and that's why it always asks me to open it. So I'm using Google Docs as a way to read this format. When I'm done, for example, I'm done with this and I wanna download it, you can go here, File, and you can download it as a Microsoft Word doc, so it retains the file extension, as a PDF extension or plain text. You can also email it as an attachment. So you put here the email of somebody, and you can email it, and it's gonna be attached as a Microsoft Word. You can also print it. You can print it here. If you are attached to a printer, you can save a PDF, or I'm not attached to a printer, so I don't get the function here. But if you're attached to a printer, you might get the option to print it, right? And this is what usually happens at the library. They print directly from the Google Docs. Then, so there, the main is you want download it as what? So you want to be careful you download it as the format you want to have, and you can email it. I'm not going to download it because I actually don't have the Microsoft Word here on this computer. So I use Google Docs. So, but if you have a computer at home that has Microsoft Word, you can go ahead and download it and then reopen it and see if any changes happen. Most likely now, no changes happen. Then, for example, you want to share this document. So we can go here. You can share it from there, but I'm going to show you here from the Google Drive. So you get to this document and you want to share it. And this is what most people use Google Docs for. You want to share it with people, and you don't want to attach it, or you want to quickly share it. So you can get a link. So I have here a link. So right now, with this option, people are not being able to edit your document. They only going to be able to see it. So I can copy this, and I'm gonna make an incognito window, and you're gonna see what it looks like. Oh, I didn't copy the whole thing, I think. Let me copy the whole link, There it is. So this is view. Let me get this because I did it too fast. So I can get this whole link with the whole URL, and I'm gonna go to incognito window so I'm out of my account. Okay, there it is. So see, this is the document, the same document. So you can send the link to anybody. You can, if you have a smartphone, you can copy, paste it, and put it on a messenger, email it. You can write it down. This is too long, but you can write it down. So people have a place to see that document. As you can see, this document cannot be edited directly. So it's a view document. You can also invite people. So here I can choose view, and I can invite people. And then I'm gonna add my note. Please take a look at my document, right? So here is gonna be notify people, which means that that person is gonna get an email saying that this person, this robot, this little robot here, is share a document with you. If I don't do this, it'll go into their Google Drive, but they won't get a notification. So why would you do that? Well, now in this new time of our life where we are working remotely, you can be on the phone with somebody and you say, I'm going to share it with you. You don't need to send them an email because they already are already waiting for your message. So I'll simplify it. This happens because when Google started offer the Google Docs in the beginning, they didn't have the option of notifying people. So you can send it. And then let me see, I have my email here. And I should get my email here. There it is. So this is the email I sent, and you can see I got an email saying, please take a look at my document. So this is what you're gonna see when a person shares a document with you. And I'm gonna open it and it's gonna be the same window. It's a preview window because I asked not to edit. Okay, any questions for now? Okay, so I'm gonna move ahead. The other thing I can do is I can change here to edit so that people can edit it or can comment on it. This is more when you're working with somebody on real time on the same document. You can also here view and you can have more options. You can have public, so anybody can see it. It doesn't mean that they can have it or they can edit it. It means that everybody can see it. Anyone has the link. So anyone that you give the link to will have access to it, and only a specific people. So you have a lot of options there. I'm gonna change this. And then there is this view. This is a preview. I'm gonna send you this document here. And at the bottom of the document, you have this specifications, how to stop sharing a file, how to delete a share file, turn off a link. So you can look at it depending on what your situation is. And you can look, I have put the list here for you to look at it. So any questions so far? Okay, so then if you can also turn this document into a Google file. So I can put Google Docs here, and this is the viewer. And then I can put it, did I hear somebody talking? No. I can save as a Google Doc. And now it's a Google Doc. So now you see it doesn't have the docx extension file. So if I close this and you go back, I go back to my drive and then I go to recent, you're gonna see my file doesn't have the same extension. Now it's a native file to Google, okay? Also, so any questions now? Okay. Also, if I decide to upload this file here, so I forgot I had that file. So I'm gonna upload the same file, exactly the same file. So I'm getting a notification, you have a duplicate. A new version, you have a new version. So what choice I have? I can keep it as a separate file, or I can just say, forget about it. So I can keep it a separate file. If I keep it as a separate file, I'm gonna get a new, so it's created right here, show location, there it is. So you're gonna see here, it's the same file, but it has a 1. Okay, so you have the option to just replace it or keep it as a separate file. So it won't take over your previous file. It won't replace it automatically. It's gonna ask you, it's gonna give you a warning. Okay, so everything good so far? I think we're moving along really fast. Usually in my class on site, we move much slower. So also, if people give you a link, for example, I'm gonna put this on the chat and see if you can open it. So you can go, that was created by me, this document. So I can go, and don't put that parentheses. I put it with a parenthesis, so it shouldn't work with a parenthesis. So if somebody gives you a Google Drive URL, you can also open it. So you can go to an incognito window. You don't even have to have a Google account. Anybody can open it with a URL. So this is why a lot of people like to use Google Drive. I like Google Drive. I think it's the greatest invention. I like better Microsoft Word. I think it's a very smart, very flexible. You make less mistake. It works for you. I mean, I don't know what else good to say about it. The only thing is, I don't know, you kind of get nervous at how Google knows so much and how good they are. But I'm a person, I've been using Microsoft Suites for a very, very long time in a lot of jobs I had, and I really like Google Docs. If I had the choice, I would never use Microsoft Words ever again. So I find it very useful. Also, in schools now, kids are learning with Google Docs, so it's something that's becoming more and more prominent in our life. So it's something like if you're looking into getting your skills up or getting current your skills, something that Google Docs is gonna be more popular every year. And also the collaboration part. We're not gonna go through that because that's part of another module that I teach about Google collaboration. It's impressive, it's wonderful. So that's why it's one of the more popular apps right now. So we are finished with Google Docs. So please try it on your own and send me any questions because I haven't heard many questions. I can answer you your question. You have my email, so that's not a problem. So any questions so far before we move to Google Hangouts?
One question.
If you have an Android phone, I think Android is already hooked into all the Google suites. So it might just happen automatically. Yeah, any file. And also sometimes the Google Drive will work as a thumb drive. Sometimes you can put a file that maybe you cannot open in Google, but maybe you have it as a transportation. So if you need a file, you're going to California and you need this file, you cannot open it in your computer, but you can open it in California. You can put it in Google Drive, and then when you go to California, you can download it, and the file doesn't lose integrity. So it's almost like a transportation thumb drive, but it's a static, stays in the cloud. So basically, you can upload anything there, anything, as long as you don't go over the 15 gigabytes. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna move into Google Hangouts. Are you guys, any of you have done Google Hangouts? I thought I did something. So I'm gonna add a person. So right now I don't have anybody here. I don't have any emails. I deleted all my emails. So if you go here on the bottom, it says, you're gonna see contacts. So Google Hangouts not signed in, please refresh the page. Okay, so now I have this. These are, you see that it says, this is my icon. The little robot is my icon. And then it says find someone. So then I have this column that's Google Hangout, and these are the call. This is the call. So first, let's go with the chat. So I can type here, and I get a chat. So I can talk to the person. The trick is here, I did this early. One very important fact about this wonderful program. Here it is. This is my email. So this is my other email. I'm opening in an incognito window so you guys can see two emails interacting. Let me close this. For me, for this robot to talk to this cat, they need to sync. So kind of sync, like I have to make sure we are friends. We have a connection. So the best thing to do, I'm gonna hide this, guys. I'm gonna delete it and I'm gonna recreate it from the beginning. So I'm going to find someone. So here it is. So imagine it's not there. And as you type, something's gonna show. So I'm gonna show another email. This is my personal email. So you see, I have to type the whole thing. There it is. So when I find a person, it's gonna send an invite. You're not gonna get there. It's not gonna send an invite. So the best thing you can do is once you find a person, you hover over that person. Well, let's try the cat. And you go here and send them an email. That's the best way. Just send them an email if it's the first time. Like you never talk to this person on Hangout. This is the first time. So you put join Hangout and join, please. You send them an email. When that person gets the email, and it takes a while to get it. There it is. When that person gets that email, you hover over here and click send message. And that's when you finally can talk to them. And you can see the window. So if you never talk to that person, you need to first send them an email, or that person has to send you an email, and the person receiving the invitation has to start the chatting or the video call. And this is all that's going on with Google Hangout. Google Hangout was supposed to be taken out of the market this year by Google. But because of this new life we're living where everything is online, it hasn't been taken out. So they don't provide support, and they stop fixing things like that were complicated. But I like Google Hangout because you can interact with people. You're used to have all your friends here. You can talk to them. So if you already have a Gmail for a long time, you can actually talk to all your contacts. You can also add the contact. So you can add this person. This guy can become your contact here. So you can add it as a contact. I can add this person as a contact. Okay, so that facilitates the communication. So if I want now do a call, I can change here. I can do the call here, or easier, I can just click here and it's a video call. So this one is calling. Let me get this down. 1 second. There. So kind of crazy right now. So and now it's calling. Which one is calling which? Oh, here. So you see how it works. So now this is, you can talk to people and you can talk to many people. So this will be, this is the cat, the cat, because I turned off the video on the cat, and you can see how this, I didn't turn the video on this cat. I can share my screen on this like I do with, let me make it smaller because it's getting into my Zoom window. So let's see this one. So this one, I can share. Let me see there, share screen. So I can share the screen on Google Hangout. Okay, so did you see that? Here is sharing, and when you share two screens at the same time, this crazy thing happens. So I'm just gonna hang out. So that's how you do the call from inside the email. And if you have a lot more friends, you can add them here, and you can, when you see them popping up, maybe when you add them here, you can
chat,
and you can have this on your phone or tablet. Okay, any questions so far with this? And you can add people, a lot more people. And it's free. And as long as you have Wi-Fi. Messenger, but without not having to share with the world. And it doesn't go on your Facebook post. It doesn't go on your history, on your Facebook history. It's just, it just stays within your email. And you can remove people and you don't want to talk to those people anymore, you can block them. You can remove this. You can delete all the history. So if I don't want to talk to these people anymore, I delete it and it goes away. And also nobody knows that you talk to them. So it's not like a posting thing in Facebook. So, but yeah, that's kind of like that. You can also download the app. The app works much better. If you do the app, it works much better than from inside the email. So the hardest part is to do the from inside. So you can do this and it'll be much faster. So you can also go, like I showed you here, you can go to your apps and go to your app here, and then you can do the same thing. But it's much friendlier than doing it from the email. Also, you can download the Google Hangout app on your phone, and it works much better. I know that a lot of schools right now are using Hangout because they already have Google set up on their school. So they can have more privacy also because it's only within the students. So, and you can share screens, you can send files, you can be working on your Google Drive at the same time and talking to them and working in real time. Okay, so any questions about that? So try that and see if you like it better or not. No questions? Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna show you, and this is the new thing, so we're still gonna have Google Hangout for a while. I think Google is not gonna cancel on us yet. The next app we're gonna talk about is Duo, which is the newer one. Is kind of like FaceTime. It works in, with the difference, it works in any phone, in any tablet, and any computer. So this has been around for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years or less. So you can download it on your phone, and it works. You can talk to people who are Gmail or no Gmail. You put your number here. You can look for your contacts. So I don't have any contacts here, but if you have contacts, like if you have people you email a lot, yes, Duo will replace Hangout, but not yet, because Google Duo cannot share screens yet, and also a lot of schools use Google Hangout, so I don't think they're going to transfer. They're gonna kill Google Hangout, but they're not providing support. So they are providing support for Google Duo, but not for Google Hangout. But yeah, that's a good question. So you put your phone here. You can also, like, I'm gonna show you my personal email. Let's see if I can find it. And I can do it here on this Gmail. And you can see how everybody shows up. It's kind of like if you have used WhatsApp, kind of like that. So I'm gonna go to Google Duo, and you're gonna see all the people that will show up that maybe I need to remove because I don't talk to them anymore. So you'll see anybody here who has a phone number is showing up as my contact. Compare it to this one that doesn't have, I haven't put anybody. I don't have any contacts. So, and I don't have contacts with email. So as soon as you go on Google Duo, anybody who has a phone number on your contacts will get picked up and you can call them. So these are people that are active on Duo. See that? It says active on Duo. So you can download it online on your phone or your tablet. And if you want to download it, I have the link right here. You can download it. You can go to your app store and look at it. So any questions about Google Duo? But yeah, you can call Wi-Fi and it's free. And you can call, I think you can call any number. It works on, FaceTime works only on iOS. So Google Duo works in every platform, iOS or Android. And hosts 12 people in a group call. No subscription, sign up with your phone number. So when you sign up, you will get a PIN. You can sign up here online, but you will receive a PIN on your phone. So you have to have a smartphone to get the PIN and activate. Is that how it was for you?
Yes, yes. That's what we had to do.
Yeah, so, and it works on Wi-Fi, and the most important thing is end-to-end encryption. So it's one of the things a lot of people are talking about security, so this is encrypted. So you can make calls, but on FaceTime is encrypted, but it's, it's something good to know. It has this knock, so it'll tell you it'll tell you that somebody's calling you, so you have the option to refuse the call or not and be ready to be in camera. Yes, it's a very good quality, high definition group. You can leave video message. So some people like to leave the video message. So if you wanna reach somebody, but the person doesn't answer, you can leave a video message. So that's pretty cool. So I have here the description, how to join if you need those instructions. And so any questions so far? Also, you can add your attachment from the Google docs. So if you have any documents here, you can go through here and attach it. You can put the link instead of putting the whole file. So I can put here, I have the option to put it only the link. So that it'll be, and also somebody like you were your Google Drive. So for example, I'm just gonna show you, and which is very useful if you are doing pictures, because you can store them right away on your Google Drive and don't have to move them. There it is. So you click here and then you will get this icon. You can save it to the drive and then save it to the drive. And then they are saved on the drive. So you don't have to move them. And then you can also organize it and put it, if you have a folder, if you want to have them in a specific folder, you can also have them in specific folders. Okay, so we're getting to the end. Thank you.